Hello and welcome to a brief overview of the Money Ledger program for personal and up to 10 rental properties. In this video, you'll see how you can easily keep track of all your personal and rental property revenue and expenses with this ledger. Let's take a brief look at the program and enter a few transactions. The screen you're looking at now is the monthly screen. At the top left, you can see that it's January, and at the bottom, you can see that there's one tab for each month. On the left side of the screen is where you enter in all your revenue and expense items. On the right side of the screen are your summary statements. The first summary statement is an overall monthly summary showing all the expense categories and income, total for the rental and total for the personal. The next summary statement is a detailed rental property summary, showing income and expenses for each of the up to 10 rental properties, along with the total and some general items, and only the expense items and categories for a rental property. Scrolling down the screen, you can see that there's also a monthly payment type summary, showing all the different payment types you're using and a total for each. And finally, a reconciliation report, which you can easily use to reconcile this ledger with your paper statements when they come in the mail. And we'll show you that in a minute. The next screen is the setup screen. In the center column is where you set up all the different expense categories that you wish to track. To the right of that are two other columns, rental and personal. And this is where you can split your expenses between the two. So for example, if you have an automotive expense and you want to split that entry between 15% rental and 85% personal, you can enter in those ratios here. And when you choose a split class, the program will do the math. And we'll show you that in a minute. Same with home office expenses. When you have a heat bill come in and you use the split class to make that entry, that expense will be split, in this example, 15% rental and 85% personal. To the left of the category column is another column called Items to Appear on the Rental Summary. So for the items that you want to show on the rental summary statement, you would make sure that you check those items, and the items with the check mark show up on that rental summary. Top left, you can change the year and copy the program from one year to the next. And then here you can put in the names or addresses of up to 10 different rental properties. And then finally here you can put in all the different payment types that you're using, credit cards, bank account statements, and so on. Once you've set up your screen, you click Save and you're good to go. Then finally we have a year-to-date screen. And here it shows a rental year-to-date table with all the different rental expense categories, along with detailed year-to-date items for each rental property. And you scroll to the right, we have a year-to-date overall summary for personal and rental. And then we have 4 quarterly reports. And you scroll down, you can see that there's different payment type summary boxes here as well, totaling up your quarterly and also annual totals for each payment type. Okay, let's enter a few transactions. 11th of January. Let's say we have a checking account item, and it's rental number 2, and it's income from John Doe. Okay, we're done. So here you can see that I populated the summary screen as well as the rental number 2 income. Let's do another item. 14th of January. Let's do a Visa, and let's make this one split. And we're going to have an automotive expense, and it's going to be gas purchase, $65. Okay, let's take a look how it handled that split. And you can see here's a total of $65, and you can see that it split it between rental, $9.75, and personal, $55.25, which is the split that we set up in our setup screen. And also populated the rental expense, with the right amount. Okay, another item. 15th of January, another checking account item, and this is personal, and it's income, and it's salary. And there we go, and it's populated that under your personal column. Okay, when you scroll down, you can see that there's 3 entries that need to be reconciled with your paper statement. You go to the reconciliation column and you check off the items when you see them on your bank account statement, and then when you go down, it's blank and you're good to go. Thanks for tuning in.